Hey, it's Katie. Welcome back to the mat. We are going to be moving through a Vinyasa flow today that's going to be really linking the breath. One breath, one movement. That's what we do in a Vinyasa class. So please take breaks when you need it, grab water when you need it. Child's pose is always available to you. If you like to practice with blocks, I recommend having 2 blocks handy. And if you like a blanket, then a blanket or a towel nearby can be really great for sitting. I'm sitting on a blanket right now. Also to put under your knees. All right, let's get started. Come to a comfortable seat. Sukhasana, easy seat. Take your hands onto your thighs. Let your eyes close. And start to notice your energy. How are you feeling today? If you've had a lot going on today and you need to really ground during this practice, then I want you to take your hands, palms face down on your thighs. You can even rub your palms on your thighs to bring in some of that grounding earth energy, really getting back into your body. But if you've been kind of down and sluggish today, then I want you to do the opposite. Flip your palms so that the backs of your hands rest on your thighs and your palms face the ceiling. And then spread your fingers into this open receiving position. Take a long inhale through your nose. And a long breath out of your mouth. We're going to practice Ujjayi Pranayama. So from now on, every inhale and exhale will come through your nose. Let your lips come to close. Inhale. Exhale through your nose. Continue breathing in and out through a closed nose. Through your nose. Your mouth is closed. Now I want you to activate the muscles at the back of your throat. So you get this slight constriction in the back of your throat. It's almost like you're whispering to a friend. And notice when you do that, as you breathe, your breath has a small sound, maybe a big sound. Some people call this the ocean wave breath, because the sound that your breath makes when you have that constriction in your throat sounds like the waves of the ocean. So this is Ujjayi Pranayama. We're going to keep this up throughout the practice. This is also called the victorious breath, the breath of the warriors. Two more breaths here. Take your palms to touch at heart center. Breathe in. Exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Inhale, lift your chin parallel to the earth. Exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, opposite ear, opposite shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, blink your eyes open, release your hands down, remove your block or your blanket if you're sitting on it, meet me on all fours, tabletop. And make this a strong tabletop right away. Stack your joints, draw your navel up to your spine, get a little bit of protraction, separation in your shoulder blades. Gaze down at the mat. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, heart comes forward, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round your spine, cat pose. Breathe in, take your gaze forward, lift your tailbone, cow. Breathe out, round your spine, push the mat away from you into your cat pose. Keep going with your breath. Inhale back to center, take your left leg behind you, tuck the toes. Step your right leg back behind you, come into your high plank. Keep pulling your navel into your spine. Hold here. Press your palms down. Find a little more roundness in the upper back. Stack your heels over the balls of your feet. Breathe in. Exhale, knees come to the ground. Hug your elbows in, bend them, lower all the way down to the earth. Untuck your toes. Low cobra, peel your heart. Exhale, tuck your toes, find downward facing dog. Spin your inner thighs toward one another and up to the ceiling. Press into your forefingers and your thumb. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, roll forward into your high plank again. This time, keep your knees lifted. Hug the elbows in, lower all the way down through chaturanga to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, low cobra or cobra. You can straighten out your arms as you press into the tops of your feet. Exhale, tuck your toes, bend your knees, find downward facing dog. Hips up to the sky. Breathe in and out. Inhale, high plank. Option here to go all the way down to your belly or bend the elbows, go halfway so your elbows are in a 90-degree angle. Come onto the tops of your feet. Inhale, pull your heart forward and up, straighten your arms, roll the shoulders back, upward facing dog. Lead with your hips, downward facing dog. So those are your vinyasa options today. You can take knees down first, you can lower all the way to your belly, or you can hover in your chaturanga. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release. Gaze forward, walk your feet up to your hands, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees a little bit, let your ribs skim your upper thighs. Inhale, halfway lift, find a long spine. Exhale, fold. Slowly roll all the way up to standing like you are a rag doll. Stack each vertebra on the next until your head comes up. Shoulders over your hips, palms face to the wall in front of you. Tadasana, mountain pose. Beautiful. Your feet can either be directly under your hips, or if you would like, if it's more comfortable, you can bring your big toe mounds to touch with space between your heels. Up to you. Inhale, lift your arms, upward worship, look to your hands. Exhale, hinge at your hips. You can bend the knees as you fold all the way down. Breath in, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, sweep your arms out and up, upward worship. Palms to your heart. Inhale, circle your arms out and up. Exhale, dive forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, palms to the ground. Step back with your left foot. You're welcome to bring your hands onto blocks here. Back knee comes down to the ground, untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your arms high. Exhale, hands to the ground. Tuck your back toes under, step to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step it forward into your lunge. Back knee comes down, untuck your toes. Breathe in, lift your arms. Exhale, hands down to the ground, tuck your back toes. Step to the top of your mat, fold in. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, arms come high. Hands to your heart. Circle your arms out and up. Hinge forward, fold in. Halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, plant, step your right leg back behind you. This time a high lunge. Keep your knee lifted unless you'd like to modify and take it down to the ground. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands down to the ground, step back, high plank. Lower through chaturanga. Take your back bend of choice. Hips come high, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, step your foot forward. Engage your inner thighs, lift your arms, high lunge. Exhale, hands down to the mat, look forward, step up to the top of your mat, fold in. Halfway lift. And fold. Breathe in, come all the way up. Palms to heart center. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop your feet back. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, gaze between your hands. Bend your knees, step, hop, or float. Feet to your hands, fold in. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Reverse your swan dive, lift your arms up. Exhale, palms to your heart. And down by your sides, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, lift your arms. Sit back into your chair, Utkatasana. Breathe in again. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank or hop back to chaturanga. Move through your vinyasa and know that you always have the option to skip a vinyasa if it's not serving you, if it's too much on the low back or the shoulders. Inhale, lift your right leg. Step it up in between your hands. Bring your back heel down to the ground, press into the outer edge of your back foot. Breathe in, warrior one. Breathe out, hands to the ground. Find your plank and go through your flow. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it forward. Plant your back foot, warrior one. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. You can take an open mouth exhale if you need to release some heat. One more inhale, fill up. Big sigh. Gaze to your hands, hop, step, or float, or walk. Fold forward at the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, reach your arms up. Exhale, come up to standing, hands to your heart. Whew. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, hand to your hips and fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back behind you, plant your heel down. We're gonna rise to warrior one right from here, okay? So deep bend in your front knee, inhale, lift your arms up. Draw the pit of your belly in and up. Exhale, open to warrior two. So you're going to adjust your feet, perhaps a little bit wider. Back foot now pointing toward the long edge of your mat. Spread out your arms. Flip the front palm, reverse. Extended side angle. Take your right forearm to the front thigh. Lift up and over with your opposite arm. We're going to hang out here for a few breaths, so you can stay here, or you can start to take a bind. Your top arm can reach behind your back, reaching down for your right hip crease. This is a half bind. If you want to go for a full bind, your right arm will reach first down to the ground. Then you'll take your arm under your thigh, bend the elbow, and try to reach and clasp your hands behind you. Okay? If you practice Bird of Paradise or anything else here about half moon, go for it. Just go where your body will allow you to go today. 2 more breaths. If you're here in your extended side angle, I want you to press really firmly into the edge of your back foot and take a deep bend in your front knee. All right, start to release your binds. Inhale and lift back up to your warrior 2. And then cartwheel your hands down, frame your front foot, spin onto the ball of your back foot, step back through high plank, and you choose Vinyasa or downward facing dog. I'm gonna skip this Vinyasa. Good, inhale, lift your left leg, step it forward, warrior 1, plant the back heel down, rise on your breath, lift your arms up to the sky. Exhale, open up your feet, open up your arms, warrior 2. Flip your front arm, reach up and back, reverse. And let's take extended side angle on this side. So option 1 is to stay right here. And I do want you to take your top arm and take it along your ear. An easy way to do that is to spin it along the horizon in front of you and then alongside your ear. This is gonna extend the line of energy from your foot up through your fingers. So option 1 was to stay here. Option 2 was to take that half bind, arm behind your back. Option 3 is to go for that full bind with your bottom arm under the thigh, hands clasping. So you know your practice in your body. Do what feels right today. 2 breaths. Beautiful. Inhale back up to your warrior 2. And then spin your hands down to frame your front foot. Find your way to high plank and lower down through chaturanga. Come into your downward facing dog, 3 full breaths. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, step, hop, or float to top of your mat, fold in. Breath in halfway, breath out, fold. Inhale to chair pose, stay here. Shift your weight back into your heels, breathe in. Take your hands together in front of your heart. Inhale. Exhale, take your right tricep onto your left thigh. So we're gonna twist toward the left side of the room. Palms press in together. Elbow lines up over elbow. If this does not feel good in your back, then here's what I want you to do. From your chair, I want you to keep your torso lifted. And I want you to turn toward the left side of the room. And then open out your arms forward and back, like so. All right, so you choose where you want to be today. Shift the weight back into your heels. Another breath in. Exhale, release, and fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Fold. Bend your knees. Sweep your arms up, chair pose. Palms together in front of your heart. Exhale, you're going to choose if you want that open twist or the closed twist with prayer hands. I urge you to do whatever you did on the opposite side, just for balance sake. Sit a little bit lower, shift your weight back. I know it burns, breathe in, and release, fold forward. Step your feet wider than your shoulders. Take your peace fingers and see if you can hook your big toes with them. Call this a yogi toe hold. You can have bent knees here or straight knees. Straighten out through your back. Exhale and fold forward. Take your elbows out to the sides of the room. Use your fingers to pull your chest closer to your thighs. Nice, release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back with your left foot. Bring your left knee down to the mat. Take your right knee back. Let's find child's pose together, hips to heels. Lift your head, come up into your tabletop, knees underneath of your hips, and from here we'll find puppy dog. So I want you to press your hips back, really make sure that the knees and hips are in a line here. And then you're gonna walk your hands forward and melt your chest down to the ground, puppy dog. Your forehead or your chin can come to the earth. Good. Inhale, begin to slide forward, bend your elbows, come onto your belly, and then roll over onto your back. Take your feet in a little bit closer to your body for bridge pose, arms beside you, press into your feet, lift your hips. Tuck one shoulder and then the other shoulder underneath of you. See if you can interlace your fingers and press your pinky fingers down to the ground. Hug your inner thighs in. Keep looking up at the ceiling. Inhale, lift your hips. Stay. One more, lift your hips higher. Slowly release down, release your hands, roll down the length of your spine until your sacrum, your hips come to touch the floor. Hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. One at a time, release your legs into Shavasana, final resting pose. Open up your feet and your hands. Close your eyes and just be. Release your breath. Release control that you have over your muscles, over your body. Feel your body become heavier and heavier as you sink down into the floor. Feel your breath begin to deepen. Take a long breath in through your nose. Part your lips and sigh it out. Find movement in your body. And begin to roll over onto your right side. Make your way up to a seated position. And bring your palms to touch in front of your heart. Inhale through your nose. Sigh it out of your mouth. Drop your chin to your chest. Thank you for joining me for practice today. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.